everybody, I'm back in the kitchen. Welcome to Charlie and Brandy's Backyard Gardening. Today I'm going to be making jalapeno jelly. I'm going to have all of these ingredients online of what you need and the whole recipe whenever I post a video. But what you're going to need today, 10 jalapenos, a big bell pepper, white vinegar for this recipe, white sugar, salt, pectin, liquid pectin, green food coloring, 6 8-ounce jars of mason jars. Make sure that they're sterilized. And then you'll need your water bath pot and your pot to cook it in. We're going to start with cutting everything up, and we'll come back to that in just a moment. Hi, I'm back. Okay, I got my jalapeno peppers and my bell peppers. They're kind of chopped up a little bit. Some of them are de-seeded, some of them are not. I like to leave the seeds in so it gives it just a little more kick. So I'm going to run it through my food processor. You have to chop it finely. Okay? All gets all the way up in there. It's all up in there and chopped up. Yeah, smell them. They're hot. Once they're chopped, you want to take it off, but you want to make sure that all of the juice is drained off so that your jelly will set correctly. Squeeze out all of the moisture out of it. And once most of the moisture is squeezed out, just put it in your pot. You smell it?
Yeah, I do.
Wait till it starts cooking. Ooh. Whenever it starts cooking, it's really going to be potent.
Got my nose burning.
Hey, just put it on medium heat. Let that just start cooking just for a little bit. Get to my next page. Okay. You'll start seeing, once it starts getting hot, it's going to start making its own juices. Once it starts that, that's when you start adding your ingredients. This is going to take a minute.
Okay.
Okay, as you can see, it's starting to make its own juices now, so now we can start adding our ingredients. We'll add 5 cups of sugar. Yeah, it seems like a lot, but actually it's not. It's going to tame down the peppers. Okay, you're going to add a half teaspoon of salt, and a cup and a half of white vinegar. You're going to let this come to a boil. Get it all mixed real good. And while you're doing this, over here in this pot, you're going to have your water getting ready to boil for your filled jars for the water bath to seal them. You want enough water in here to where it will cover the tops of the jars. But you don't want too much in there to where it will drown them, because that can crack your jars. Ooh, smell them peppers. So let's bring this up to a boil. And you'll start seeing foam coming to the top of your jelly. Don't worry, it's okay. We'll get that off here in a little bit. Taste it?
No, I don't think so.
Everything's just smelling so good. Just think if this batch smells this good, what the next batch of the serrano peppers are going to smell like. You have to make sure to keep stirring it every now and then. If not, it's going to stick to the bottom and your jelly's not going to set right. For this part, you want your stove settings to be put on at least medium-high until you get it to a boiling point. Then once you get it to a boiling point, you want to take it down to medium-low.
How long do you boil it?
You leave it boiling for 10 minutes. Stirring occasionally once it boils. See all the pretty seeds?
Push it back that way a little bit. Push the pot back a little bit. Okay.
Got a pretty color. You can feel that it's just starting to thicken up a little. It'll thicken up on its own just a little because of the sugar, but not thick enough for the jars. almost there. You can hear it. Ooh, the smell's getting stronger. Okay, now that you got it to a good boil, you want to take it down to medium-low heat, and you want to cook it for 10 minutes. Stirring pretty often. And once your 10 minutes is up, then we'll add the pectin in. We got 55 seconds left before we add the pectin. And once we add the pectin to it, we're gonna stir continuously for 1 minute. And once we do that, we'll take it off. And that's when we start putting into the jars. It sounds like my pot over here is ready. Yeah. So that'll be ready for when my jars are ready.
You might want to tell them, be careful with this stuff. It's very hot.
Yes, be careful with it. It's very, very hot. Also,
It'll stick
another
to
tip, when you're doing the jalapenos, you might want to wear gloves if you're not used to it. Wash your hands continuously really, really well because that gets into your eyes, your nose, everywhere. Oh man, it burns. So this is the pectin that's going in now. You want every bit of that pectin. Is 3 ounces of pectin. Liquid pectin is what it is. So we're going to stir this for 1 minute. And this is what sets your jelly. It makes it firm. You can see it's bubbling. And now it's ready to be taken off.
Did you put pink on?
No, I don't have to. I'm not going to. So now let's take it off, let it set just for a moment.
You ain't supposed to warm these up.
No. Always do it with a ladle.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Forget about that. Now each jar holds 8 ounces. You want to fill the jars up all the way to 1/4 from the top. So that would be about 1/4 from your top. Because you want to give it enough room to seal.
Expand. Expand.
Yeah, and expand. Don't want it too much in there. As you can see, it takes about 2 ladles per jar.
You get that.
Once you fill it, I did a little bit more than that one. Oh well, it's alright. They don't have to be perfect, but they are hot. Down to nitty gritty, so it's going to take a little more than 2 ladles per jar now. But it looks like we're going to have more left over than what I anticipated. Okay, our kids will be saying, "Oh, Mom, I want a jar." Where's my jar? Yeah, we'll go ahead and add some more of these. Enough in there to make another jar.
Where's your jars? If it don't fill it up, that'll be our jar.
Go ahead and make another jar of it.
Yeah, you did.
There. All of the goodies out. Yummy, yummy, yummy. All of them jalapenos and peppers. After all of that, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get a clean rag. Dampen it to wipe the mouths off of the jar to make sure that there's no seeds, no anything around it before you place the lids on. there's anything blocking it, you won't get a good seal. See, like there's peppers on this one. You wouldn't have had a good seal. You would have just placed the lids on. Okay, so now you want to take the lids, place them on, not too tight. You want to place them on really good, and then you want to take it back just a little so it can let out all of the air whenever it's in the bath. Hope that one's sealed right off the bat.
You won't get water in it if you don't seal it.
No, it won't.
I thought if you just put them on there and let them cool, it seals.
You can, but a better way of doing it is the water bath. You can't, like he said, he thought that you could just let them sit on the counter like this and cool, and they would make a seal. You can, but then you take a risk of them not sealing. This way, putting them in the water bath, you know once they come out, they will seal. So,
I need to move these. When you just
no, I don't need those. You just take your little handy dandy.
Sorry about that, my back went out.
You put it in really slow. Okay, once you got them all in and saturated, you want to let them boil. Bring them up, back up to a boil for 10 minutes. A little bit of a messy job, but it's okay. Yeah, just a couple seconds left. Turn the stove off. Be careful taking your jars out. Make sure that they're not cracked. You always want to give your jellies at least a couple days to set up. So here's the first batch. We'll let you know how it turns out.
That's it.
It's jalapeno jelly from Charlie and Brandy's Backyard Gardening. Make sure you subscribe, ring the bell, share, and like. From my house to your house, thank you.